In the vibrant land of Maweni, there was a city known for its splendor and prosperity, ruled by a wise and benevolent chief named Chief Haki. His family was revered throughout the region, not just for their wealth, but for their kindness and generosity. Chief Haki and his wife, Madam Imani, had only one child, a son named Adili. Adili was born into a life of luxury. From a young age, he was surrounded by the finest things money could buy. Lavish clothes, sumptuous meals, and a grand mansion that was the envy of many. Yet, despite all this wealth, Chief Haki and Madam Imani ensured that their son understood the true value of life. Adili, his mother, would often say, "Our riches are not in the gold and treasures we possess. True wealth lies in the hearts we touch and the lives we improve." Chief Haki would add, "Always remember, my son, kindness is the greatest treasure. It can open doors that gold cannot." Adili grew up internalizing these teachings. As a child, he would accompany his parents on their charitable missions, where they would distribute food and clothing to those in need. He saw the joy and relief on the faces of the people they helped, and it filled his heart with a sense of purpose. However, as Adili grew older and began attending one of the most prestigious colleges in the city, he found himself surrounded by other wealthy children. These young men and women were not like Adili. They valued wealth as a means to power and influence. They often mocked those less fortunate, considering them inferior and unworthy of their time. Adili's friends, particularly a group of boys he had known since childhood, were the worst offenders. They couldn't understand why Adili bothered to be kind to everyone, especially the poor. To them, it was a waste of time. One afternoon, as they sat in the college courtyard, Adili's friend Kwame said, "Adili, you're too soft. Why do you spend your time with those who have nothing? What can they possibly offer you?" Adili smiled and replied, "Everyone has something valuable to offer. It's not always about money or status. Sometimes the richest gifts are found in the most unexpected places." His friends laughed, dismissing his words as idealistic nonsense. But Adili held on to his beliefs, even as he increasingly isolated from those he had once called friends. One day, Adili's birthday was approaching, and as it was his custom, he decided to host a grand celebration. He invited everyone he knew, and even people from the surrounding villages. Adili's parties were known for their inclusivity, much to the chagrin of his wealthy peers who preferred exclusive gatherings. Among those Adili invited was a girl named Amma. She was a quiet, reserved student who had recently joined their college on a scholarship. But her humble background made her a target for ridicule from the wealthy students. Adili noticed Amma before. She was always by herself, studying diligently and avoiding the attention of others. Despite the harsh treatment she received, Adili had always greeted her with a smile and a kind word whenever their paths crossed. Though they had never had a proper conversation, he respected her resilience and dedication. On the day of the party, Adili noticed that Amma had arrived but was standing alone on the fringes of the celebration. She looked uncomfortable and out of place, clearly trying to avoid the group of wealthy students who were already whispering and laughing at her expense. Adili's heart went out to her. He excused himself from his friends and made his way over to Amma. She looked up in surprise as he approached. "Amma," Adili said gently, "why are you standing here all by yourself? The party is for everyone, and that includes you." Amma hesitated, glancing nervously at the group of students who had been mocking her. "I don't want to cause any trouble," she replied softly. "I know they don't want me here." Adili frowned. "Their opinions don't matter. What matters is that you're here, and you're most welcome. Come, let's find a quieter place where we can talk." He led her away from the crowd to a quiet spot under a large baobab tree at the edge of the courtyard. They sat down together, and for the first time, Amma began to open up. She spoke of her life in the village, the struggles her family faced, and the immense pressure she felt being the only one in her village to attend such a prestigious college. Adili listened intently, his heart filled with admiration for her strength and determination. As they talked, Adili shared with Amma some of the challenges his father's company were facing. Chief Adu's company, one of the largest in the region, was dealing with a serious problem that threatened its future. The company had been struggling to find a solution, and even the best advisors had failed to come up with an answer. Amma listened carefully, her sharp mind processing the details. After a moment of thought, she said, "Adili, have you considered approaching the problem from a different angle? What if you tried this?" As she continued her idea, Adili was astonished. Her solution was simple yet brilliant, something no one had considered before. It was clear that Amma had a remarkable mind, one that could see things others couldn't. Adili was so impressed that he immediately suggested they go see his father. "Amma, you have to meet my father. He needs to hear this from you directly." Amma was hesitant at first, unsure if she should meet the great Chief Haki. But Adili insisted. Together they made their way to Adili's home, where Chief Haki was in the midst of a meeting with his advisors. When they arrived, Chief Haki was surprised to see his son bringing a young girl into the room. He was even more surprised when Adili introduced her as a fellow student who had an idea to solve the company's problem. "You must hear her out," Adili urged. Skeptical but curious, Chief Haki allowed Amma to speak. She explained her idea in detail, and as she spoke, Chief Haki's expression changed from doubt to amazement. Her solution was exactly what the company needed. "Young lady," Chief Haki said with a warm smile, "you have a remarkable mind. Your idea will not only save our company, but will also set us on a path to greater success." Adili beamed with pride as his father praised Amma. But this was only the beginning. As time passed, Amma became an integral part of the company. Chief Haki was so impressed by her intelligence and work ethic that he offered her a position in the company, even while she was still completing her studies. Amma's contributions were invaluable. With her innovative ideas and strategic thinking, the company began to flourish like never before. It wasn't long before the company expanded its operations beyond the borders of Maweni, becoming a major international player. As Adili and Amma worked closely together, their bond deepened. They realized that they are not just colleagues, but kindred spirits. Their shared values of kindness, respect, and the desire to make the world a better place brought them closer together. Before long, they fell deeply in love. After they both graduated from college, Adili and Amma married in a grand ceremony that was attended by people from all walks of life. It was a celebration of love, unity, and the power of kindness. Chief Haki and Madam Imani were overjoyed, knowing that their son had found a partner who shared their values and would continue their legacy. Under the leadership of Adili and Amma, the company soared to new heights. It became a symbol of success not just because of its wealth, but because of the way it treated its employees, partners, and the communities it served. Adili and Amma ensured that the company gave back to society, just as Adili's parents had always done. They opened schools, built hospitals, and created programs to uplift the poor and marginalized. The wealth that the company generated was used to improve the lives of countless people, and Adili's friends, who had once mocked him for his kindness, now looked up to him with respect and admiration. The moral of the fable: true wealth is not measured by material possessions, but by the kindness we show to others. When we treat everyone with respect and compassion, regardless of their background, we open doors to endless possibilities and create a world where love and kindness reign supreme.